Welcome to Reel 21, where I'm watching my way through the New York Times 100 Best Movies of the 21st Century, one film at a time in countdown order. I'm Nathan Chandler, and today we're at number 97 with Alfonso Cuarón's Gravity. Now, if I ever think I'm having a bad day, I just need to remember gravity. Whatever's happening here on Earth can't possibly compare to what Sandra Bullock's Dr. Ryan Stone goes through 372 miles above it. Released in 2013, Gravity was one of those films that everyone told you had to see in a theater. Unfortunately, I missed that window. New parent life, and I've regretted it ever since. Even watching it now on a smaller screen, I completely understand the hype. The premise is simple but gripping. Dr. Ryan Stone is a medical engineer on her first mission in space. When a cloud of debris destroys her shuttle, she's left stranded in orbit with nothing but the infinite void around her. Alongside veteran astronaut Matt Kowalski, played with effortless charm by George Clooney, she must find a way to survive and somehow make it home. It's basically Castaway in space, and I remember people kind of billing it as that when it came out. But Cuarón turns that idea into something transcendent. From the opening shot, the camera floats and drifts as if caught in zero gravity. Emmanuel Lubitsky's cinematography is breathtaking, creating a sensation that's both dizzying and intimate. And the sound design, the sound design was incredible. I watched this actually with some Beat headphones on, and it really was stunning and just brought you right into the movie and what was happening. In space, there's silence, so when things explode or crash, you don't hear it, but the sound design actually makes you feel it somehow. Every vibration, every sharp intake of breath, every faint thud in the void draws you closer into the experience. It's really no surprise when I looked up how many Oscars that this film won, that a lot of the awards that it won was for technical achievements, especially with sound design. Sandra Bullock anchors this film with a performance that's completely unguarded. I wouldn't say it's the best of her career, but it's hard to imagine someone else other than Sandra Bullock that could carry you through a film like this, where, she is the center of attention the whole time. There are no cutaways to Earth, no mission control chatter to fall back on. It's just her, isolated and desperate. You feel every ounce of fear, every moment of determination. It's a powerhouse performance that reminds you why she's one of Hollywood's most reliable and relatable stars. She has this Hollywood charisma, but also seems like the girl next door, so it's perfect for this part. Cuarón also sprinkles in metaphor here with this movie. Rebirth, survival, resilience. Sometimes it's subtle, other times not quite so much. There's this iconic shot of Bullock curled in the fetal position, and it's visually stunning, though even I started maybe kind of looking at my watch to see how long we were lingering on this shot. It's kind of like the symbolism is also, it's very reverent, but at the same time, you're kind of like, okay, I get it now. Still, even when it flirts with this heavy-handedness, the emotion feels very earned. If there's a critique, it's that the film can feel more like an experience than a story. It's technically flawless, even though you can definitely, notice when Sandra Bullock's face is in the CG astronaut suit. But you also don't really, it's hard to kind of imagine how else this movie is supposed to look. But emotionally, I would say it doesn't quite reach the transcendence it aims for by the end. The score swells heroically, and it's powerful, but it didn't move me as deeply as I expected it to. That said, Gravity is still an awe-inspiring piece of filmmaking. It's a masterclass in tension, pacing, and cinematic immersion. And at just about 90 minutes, it's lean, focused, and relentless. Watching it now, I completely get why it swept the technical Oscars. Visual effects, cinematography, sound design, editing, it deserved all of them. More than a decade later, Gravity still holds up as one of the most visceral big screen experiences of the century. Even on a smaller screen, it pulls you in, forces you to breathe with it, and leaves you both exhausted and exhilarated. Okay, so let's wrap this up with a few of the quick categories. Overall rating, I give this 4 out of 5 stars. The pop cultural footprint, it's a defining technical marvel of the 2010s. Cuarón and Lubitsky's collaboration set a new bar for immersive filmmaking. Rewatchability, I give this 3.5 out of 5. It's very gripping, puts you right into the experience, but I can definitely see how this could be enhanced in a theater setting and not watching it on an iPad or an iPhone. Does this movie make you think? It does, certainly, about resilience, isolation, and what it means to fight for life when there's no one left to save you. Conversation starter? Absolutely. It's a perfect example of how precision and simplicity can deliver monumental impact. I think you'll talk more about how the film was made than necessarily the story itself, but definitely it's a film that people will talk about. Does it hold up? Completely. I thought it was still very breathtaking, both visually and emotionally, and more than a decade later, it is something that's completely gripping, and I think you could see still coming out today and being just as successful. Where did I place it? This is definitely a deserving early entry on the 100 Essential Films of the 21st Century list. It's unforgettable, even though it's not quite life-changing. Okay, so from the silence of space, we're going to the roar of Wakanda. Next up, we're heading into the world of Marvel's Black Panther. Until next time, keep watching, stay curious, and trust the list, at least for now.